session today at the Senate chamber because of the allegation made by Senator Ningi over the budget padding by the Senate President.
So I think that Senator Ningi,
the senator made this allegation when he granted interview to BBC Hausa in his home state, where he alleged that the Senate President padding the budget to a tune of 3.7 trillion naira. In a bid to defend his allegation at the plenary, the plenary section went rowdy. But before I show you the video, because more revelation came to light as Senator Jubrim also unveiled that all the senators are culpable, that they all receive 500 million naira each. What is going on when people are dying of hunger just to pass the 2024 budget? They are busy receiving 500 million naira each for acting senators. As reported by Daily Post, the Senator Abdul Ningi, representing Bauchi Central on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, has challenged the Senate President Godswill Akpabio over his take-home pay, saying it's not known. Ningi spoke on Tuesday while defending his budget padding allegation on the floor of the Senate. The senator had earlier alleged that the 2024 budget was padding to a tune of 3.7 trillion. Ningi, chairman Senate Committee on Population, is also the chairman of the Northern Senators Forum. Although he was to make a presentation on the budget padding allegation, Ningi viewed of telling the Senate President he doesn't know how much he, Akpabio, and other principal officers earn in a month. He said, "We discovered some senatorial districts in this document have up to 120 billion, and my senatorial district has just 1.2 billion. According to him, Mr. President, in this budget presented to you, I have facts, constituency by constituency. Some 120 billion, some 50 billion, some 30 billion, some have less than 1 billion. Mr. President, as I speak to you, I don't know your take-home pay. You know mine. I don't know the take-home pay of any of other principal officers." He went further to say, "I know within budgetary provision, you made available funds for purchase of cars. Mr. President, I don't know how much you made for your cars and principal officers. I know how much was made for individual senators' cars." He said, "As I speak to you, people are calling me names. I didn't receive a single car. All within the budgetary provision, Mr. President, I have, as a matter of fact, 5 aides, just like other Senate President has." This is the back and front coming from the Senate plenary section. As we speak, the whole section has gone rowdy as Senator Jubrim blow the trumpet.
we are going forth and back and coming up with issues of the budget and individual issues concerning what came to our various constituencies. So if we want to go into those, all of us are called people. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? Most of you got. And yes, if we want to go into those issues, excuse me, if we want to go into those...
So you see now, it is now obvious that it will take a very long time for fighting corruption in this country to come to an end, because even those that are to even call the executive arm of government to order, you know what, I'm not going to say it. So this is it, they are all culpable. How can 500 million naira be shared to some senators? In fact, let's even digest on this a bit. Why will you allocate over 120 billion naira to a senatorial district and 50 billion naira to another senatorial district? For what reasons? Are the senatorial district not equal? Is it based on population or based on what you do the allocation of this fund? This is what we need to know. And it is obvious, or Senator Ningi is already exposing those things that the senators has been practicing over the years. And we all remember during Sharaki's tenure, it happens. And this thing happened every year, but nobody questioned them. But thank God that this year we are seeing some levels of, smoke coming out from the Senate chamber. I hope that we can look at this carefully and see how truths, and at the end of the day, resolve this matter by refunding those money back to the treasury account. Is it for another person to lose? Anyway, that's all for you to think. Let this take for you. Let's have this conversation. Thank you for watching.